This evening, I will be speaking on living life fully. In our lives, from our birth to our passing, we may achieve some of our goals, neglect others, fall in love, make enemies, hurt our enemies, make friends, lose friends, become rich, become poor. In short, we may have it all, or have nothing at all. But have we ever questioned ourselves? What is life? What is the meaning of life? Most of us have not. And those of us who have were so befuddled and astounded by the apparent lack of a reasonably reachable answer that we just let it be and moved on to the easier questions. We were lucky to have been born as humans in this life. So what? That isn't such a big deal, is it? What is it that we humans have that makes us so great? We are similar in many ways to our animal relatives. Yes, we all evolved from the same simple unicellular organisms and subsequently from our cousins the apes. Our chromosomal structure is very similar to the apes, and we even have similarities with the chromosomal structure of a banana. We have the same physical properties. We have a respiratory system and circulatory system. We need glucose for production of energy and oxygen to oxidize glucose to this effect. We need to get rid of our waste products. We need to coordinate with our sense organs. We need to reproduce in order to ensure our species' survival. And of course, we do have several animal instincts which haven't quite left us. Yet we are different from them in ways which do not involve our chromosomal count and our ability to stand on two legs and break dance. It is in our minds. The word for human in Sanskrit is manusha, which means higher mind. We have minds capable of developing beyond, of achieving higher states. We have the ability to transcend from our mundane mind state to a supramundane one almost instantly with the right practice. This is the great thing about being a human, and this gives rise to our purpose in life. Our purpose is to develop our minds, to move on to the next level. We have developed quite a lot in the past centuries. We have got planes, MP3s, iPads, iPad 2, Facebook, Twitter, and what not. But have we taken into consideration the enormous spiritual aspect which is supposed to be part of our life? Our development materialistically should go hand in hand with our spirituality, which is what will count when comes the time for us to move on. So, what is living life fully? I would like to share a quote from the film Last Samurai. This is spoken by Katsumoto, the samurai leader. It goes, "Like these blossoms, we are all dying. To know life in every breath, every cup of tea, every life we take, the way of the warrior, that is Bushido." This quote encompasses what I believe is exactly the degree of mindfulness that should be integrated into daily life. It shows us that there is no particular activity deemed prudent to be mindful of. We should be aware of everything, whether it is a breath or a cup of tea. The samurais were an embodiment of this practice. They did everything in perfect awareness. There is so much to experience in every moment, which we lose out on by just rushing through experiences in life. What we learn after some time in this practice is that every seemingly insignificant moment is exceedingly significant to the practice of awareness and mindfulness. In our practice, we tend to depend on everything but ourselves for progress: teachers, books, traditions, methods. But dependence on anything is a misevaluation of their significance. They are signposts, information booths, where you get your instructions and information, and you need to follow them and do the work on your own. For example, if you are doing a course to prepare yourself for an examination, the instructor will give you all the material you need. They will give you tips on how to handle the questions. They will discuss past papers with you. But when the exam day arrives, you will be sitting on your own. The instructor will not sit behind you telling you exactly how to approach each question. This applies to peace and happiness as well. In order to achieve such, we need to make the determination. We need to get over our fears and take the first step. So everything really boils down to our practice and our effort, which alone will get us where we want to go. In life, we show the tendency to assume that every next step will be the step which brings us happiness. For example, we may go through life thinking that once we finish our exams for school, we'll be done, we'll be happy. Once we get accepted into a good university, we'll be happy. Once we get into medical college, we'll be happy. Once we finish our residential, we'll be happy. Once we get married, we'll be happy. Once we set up our own work, then we'll be happy. Then once we have kids, we'll be happy. Then once we bring the kids up, then we'll be happy. And so on and so forth. But the question is, does it bring us happiness? This belief is evident even in a smaller scale, within the time span of a day. For example, we may start our day thinking of the coffee we're going to drink in the morning. Drink that coffee thinking about getting to work and whether you'll get late. Get to work thinking about what's for lunch today. Eat the lunch thinking about going home. Go home thinking about the movie you're going to watch. Watch the movie thinking about going to bed. And go to bed thinking about doing the whole thing over again tomorrow. In this way, we never live in the moment, never experience in full the greatness of each moment. To live life fully is to live in every moment as it is, without hope for something better, or fear for something worse in the future, or pain for something bad, or nostalgia for something good in the past. Simply being in the present. The wisdom of the animated movies is evident when Master Oogway of the Kung Fu Panda says, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift." That is why they call